National Raceway, and now we move on to something different. These are the Formula 2 heritage cars. These cars showcase what Formula 2 stock car racing looked like in years gone by. Cars, replicas of cars from the 1960s and 1970s. You've got cars based on Ford Model A's, Fiat Topolinos, some mini-bodied cars out there as well. Certainly an eclectic mix of body shapes and styles from Formula 2 in years gone by. The heats were won by 198 of Alan Nicholson, and the other one by 247 Andy Webb. A large field of heritage Formula 2s out here. The trophy, the winner of this race, will be presented by 1967 Brisker Formula 1 world champion George Ansell, who's here as a guest of the Veteran Stock Car Association here at Northampton today. Number 9 of Ian Skinner and 42 Paul Whitman on the front of the grid for this heritage stock car final, and away they go, with Skinner leading them down towards the first turn. You'll notice the coloured flags on the roof of the cars as well. That's because they've got a bit of a team race going on. It's north versus south. The northern drivers with pink flags and the southern drivers with yellow ones. So a bit extra at stake in this meeting final. Howard Cardew having a look on the inside there for the lead in 760, and he goes through ahead of Ian Skinner into the second lap. So it's Cardew that leads, Ian Skinner dropping back down the order. 357 Mark Johnson has gone up into second place, and through to third has come Phil Hickerton in car 559. Alan Humphrey in the red, white and black 253 machine running wide there around turns 3 and 4. Some of these cars a bit top heavy, as you can see, and the lower slung later designs trying to make their way through, like Phil Hickerton's doing there past Mark Johnson. Behind them Granville Wright in 311. Andy Bateman has spun there in 763 on the inside of turn 4. Granville Wright could be one to watch here at the wheel of the ex-Mick Whittle car. There goes the blue car, 198 Alan Nicholson, winner of Heat 1. Certainly a remarkable mixture of cars we've got here for this heritage Formula 2 stock car final. Hard to believe for some modern fans that this is what Formula 2 stock car racing once looked like in the 1960s and early 70s. Driving one of these cars, look out for the black 728 car. That's Graham Bunter. He's the promoter of Mendips Raceway near Bristol. We have seen Brisker F1s there on occasions. So Howard Cardew still leading then in car 760. The rest of the pack battle behind them. There's Andy Webb in 247, Spider-Man as he's known, attacking Alan Nicholson, the two heat winners together. Ahead of them, the red and white car is Jack Bunter, son of Graham. There's Graham's black machine, chasing Giles Carter in the number 47 around turns 3 and 4. Racer turn promoter Graham Bunter. 773 Nick Whitney battling it out with Mike Walmsley in 869, ex-Super Stocks racer. Having a look as they go into turn 3 there. Very busy all the way down the order. Now Andy Webb in 247, I can tell you, he was Brisker Formula 2 world champion in 1967. So not just a heritage car, but something of a heritage driver competing here today. And he's still very quick, as we mentioned. He won the second heat. There's our leader, Howard Cardew in 760. 763 Andy Bateman behind him. We saw him have a spin earlier. He's a lap down. So Granville Wright is second in 311. They're in the background. Now, if Howard Cardew wins this, it means the South will win the team competition as well. You can see the Dayglow yellow flags flying. South have got the points advantage, so Howard just has to stay in front for the South to win. 5 laps to go. We mentioned earlier George Ansell, the great Brisker F1 world champion of 1967, will present the trophies for this race, and he could be presenting one to the man who won the Brisker F2 world championship in that same year, because Andy Webb is coming through the field. He's in the top 3 as the leader comes up to lap the Ford Model A based machine of 59 Nigel Finnegan. Bateman's already been lapped. 616 Darren Clark is the next man to be lapped. Down the home straight they come. 3 laps to go. Certainly a remarkable, very evocative sight at one of Brisker's longest running venues here at Northampton. Howard Cardew dominating proceedings in the 760 Cup. Wonderful low-slung, late 60s design. Well among the back markers there around turns 1 and 2. Granville Wright under pressure for second place now. Andy Webb having a look in 247. He's locking up a break a little there into turn 3. But we're into the last lap now. Now, can these two catch Howard Cardew on the final turn? They're really closing him down. Cardew's eased off a little in the traffic. Webb's all over the back of Granville Wright. He now goes to the outside. They could finish 3 wide, these three. This is going to be close. Wright's gone a bit sideways. Webb bumpers him wide and goes through. But Howard Cardew's going to hang on and take the checkered flag. Cardew wins it. Webb will take second, and third goes to Granville Wright. Very good race indeed there between those three. And they'll receive the trophies from George Ansell. South take the team race as well, with a 1-2 for Howard Cardew and Andy Webb. They'll pull up on the start-finish line to receive their spoils of victory. Well done, Howard Cardew, just hanging on there on the run to the line ahead of Andy Spider-Man Webb. Excellent showcase there from the Brisker Formula 2 Heritage cars. Here is their result then. Howard Cardew the winner ahead of Webb and Wright. Phil Hickerton just beating Mike Walmsley to the line for 4th place. Nick Whitney was 6th, that is scrapped with Alan Nicholson. Then Giles Carter and the Bunter family completing the top 10. Jack ahead of his dad Graham. So we'll hopefully see the Heritage cars out again soon here on Premier Sports. That was a very entertaining race indeed. So as the race winner plus George Ansell head round on their lap of honour, we'll take a quick break. Join us in a moment.